What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol AFRM for Affirm Holdings. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing I need to make you aware of is that these guys did give us an earnings announcement after the bell here, so let's flip on the extended hours session and see what's going on with the number. So clearly, without zooming in, you can see massive green candle here signaling that we'll likely be opening on some sort of gap up. This past gap in the chart was due to the Amazon partnership announcement, and clearly earnings has punctuated that with a nice move to the upside as well. So let's, for the sake of today's video, assume that we'll open somewhere around this 110.80-ish area, and we'll say that the overnight high is up here at 115. As you know, if you've watched the channel for any period of time, this is basically going to give us a framework to trade within and apply some rules here. So let's go ahead and adjust our daily here so we can actually look at the levels in play. Again, remembering that this 110.80 is the open and this is the anticipated overnight high. A lot can happen between now and 9:30, but for the sake of today's video, that's what we'll use. So the first thing you always have to be thinking about on a gap up is the fact that we could get a gap and trap, meaning that if we open here, fail to take out the overnight high, trade back down through the open, you're looking for a short to fill the gap down towards today's high of day, which is down here, coincidentally the bottom end of this prior gap up range right at $92, the round number. Again, do I think it gets there all in one day, all in 1 week even? Probably not if that's the case, and we will have a solid bump in the road here around $100. Not only is it a huge psychological barrier, but it was also prior resistance, which should act as support from the downside. So again, the downward play is there, but is it going to be the easiest play to pull off? Maybe not, right? So the gap and trap, I would certainly probably just avoid going short here, or avoid going long rather, and not play the short side as this unfolds, if it unfolds. Now the flip side of this coin, of course, and the one that I'm sure a lot more people are rooting for, would be the gap and go, right? So if we open here, consolidate in this overnight range like that, and then take out the overnight high, what you're looking for is upside continuation into the next major area of resistance from the daily chart. We'll flip this back to auto and scrunch this up so we can see where that's at. And just overhead, we have this prior level from in here, right around 120. Could act as a quick point of contention, but if this is going to see a massive momentum move to the upside, I'm not going to place too much emphasis into this. And really looking left here, it's probably back on up to these highs right around that 137. 337 would be one heck of a move, but 137 area, if not 140 maybe. Just looking at this, again, remembering that that was IPO open highs, and then sort of contention right in here as well, right around that 140 mark. That's, again, on a massive momentum move. Does it happen all in one day? Is it going to happen on Friday nonetheless? I'm not entirely convinced. I mean, think of it. Is Affirm really going to print a green daily candle that looks like this? It's not completely off the table, but I would say the odds likely don't favor that. So just looking to monitor for continuation on the chance that the upside move does develop. To the downside, we talked about that gap and trap. Remember that as these numbers get closer together, our risk and the attractiveness of the trade is going to increase, right? Because essentially, as they get closer, we're going to have more meat on the bone for the downside, and we're also going to have tighter risk to the upside if we, place a stop underneath whatever the open is after the break of the pre-market high. So those are my thoughts here. It's all going to depend on what happens, what scenario we get. Is it going to be the gap and trap, or is it going to be the gap and go? We'll see what happens at 9:30. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new, certainly let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.